Another big story tonight, the upcoming January 6th hearing. The committee investigating the attack on the Capitol will hold the first planned public hearing on Thursday night in prime time. Committee members have been promising stunning revelations of the threat to our democracy.
In total, the public can expect 8 hearings from the committee.
Team 12's Bram Resnick tells us we could hear the names of several Arizona Republicans during that hearing. Bram?
Yeah, Arizona was one of the states Donald Trump lost, where Republicans and Trump himself made unprecedented and potentially illegal efforts to overturn the results. Here's a cheat sheet for Thursday's hearing. 3 Arizona Republicans whose names might come up, and 1 wild card. Arizona Republican Party Chair Kelli Ward has been in the middle of efforts here at home and at the nation's capital to overturn Joe Biden's victory. One of the tactics? Create slates of so-called phony electors for Donald Trump, like State Representative Jake Hoffman of Queen Creek.
We felt it appropriate to provide Congress and the Vice President with dueling opinions.
These documents sent to Congress purport to represent Arizona electoral votes cast for President Donald Trump. Ward falsely declared on Twitter, "We are the electors who represent the legal voters of Arizona." The U.S. Department of Justice is investigating. Ward and her husband are fighting a subpoena for their phone records. The Select Committee has several questions for Republican Congressman Andy Biggs of Gilbert. Investigators have apparently received explosive information, including whether Biggs sought a pardon from Trump for efforts to overturn the election. Biggs' response to the investigators?
I don't think they're a legitimate committee, that's for sure.
I was the person who came up with the January 6th idea.
This man, a convicted felon named Ali Alexander, is a wild card. Alexander claimed he organized the Stop the Steal rally at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Alexander said he teamed up with Biggs and Congressman Paul Gosar of Flagstaff to put maximum pressure on Congress.
Congressman Gosar has been the spirit animal of this movement.
Alexander is now a cooperating witness with the House Select Committee.
We haven't heard from you, sir. What did you and Ali Alexander talk about?
That was just 3 weeks after the insurrection. Gosar has never answered the question. And this is all based on information we have in hand, but the Select Committee has told us to expect surprises, so stay tuned.
Yeah, very, very interesting. Bram, how do you think the public will show their reaction to this,
Well,
to what comes out?
Well, a couple things. Will there be surprises? The committee has so much information that has not been released yet. This production is being presented by a network executive, so it might not be like the rather tedious hearings we're accustomed to, but polling shows, no surprise, Democrats are very engaged in these hearings, Republicans not so much, independents somewhere in the middle. I think it's all going to depend on the content, what comes out at the hearing.
And when it's all said and done, is anything going to really come of this?
That's up to Merrick Garland at the Department of Justice and what the Select Committee hands over, because as you know, Democrats expect to lose the House next in the fall. If they do, this committee is done. Right. So at that point, it's all in the DOJ's hands.
Yeah. All right. Stay tuned for Thursday then. All right, Bram, thank you.